It's the Rubik's Cube no party has been able to solve.
One last go. Are you going to do a levy, rule it in or rule it out?
The Conservative Party have absolutely no policy on an issue that is vital to the needs of elderly.
Nothing has changed. Nothing has changed.
Dementia tax, death tax, every attempted overhaul a millstone around political necks. But the question of how to fund social care weighs heaviest for people like Julia and her daughter, forced to find thousands to look after her mother who died of dementia in 2018. She's campaigning for families like hers.
The weekly direct debit went out for £5,000-something every month. And she lived there for 2.5 years, and if she'd had a house, I suppose, we would have had to sell it, but she didn't. So of course, after, a year and a bit of that sort of rate, we started to see the bottom of the tank. I was terrified, absolutely terrified.
I am announcing now on the steps of Downing Street that we will fix the crisis in social care once and for all with a clear plan we have prepared.
Today, hopes of a limit to the amount of money people pay for their loved ones' care is one step closer, with suggestions of a cap of anywhere between £40,000 to £80,000. But with the PM preparing a huge cash boost for the NHS as well, he's calculated something has to give, and that something appears to be a key manifesto pledge. The trade-off being pitch-rolled by government sources today is a national insurance hike that would see 32 million people in employment paying more tax. A move in danger of triggering nothing short of a civil war among Conservative MPs.
I think it's just the wrong approach to be slugging the whole of the working age population with a very blunt rise in a tax, which is quite regressive in one way, and it's also it doesn't incentivise work.
The PM said any social care reforms would require cross-party consensus. Labour today hinted they wouldn't be supporting the 1% levy, but were unclear how they would plug the gap themselves.
We're concerned about the impact of loading more pressure onto the working age population at the moment. We've seen during the pandemic how supermarket workers, delivery drivers have gone out and shouldered so much of the impacts of the pandemic, often with great financial pressures on themselves and their own families.
An announcement is expected as early as this week, MPs first back in Parliament after the summer break, and one that's looking ever more fractious.